Hello, and thanks for joining us on Food from Farming. We're here at a dairy farm in McLean County, and I'm talking with state climatologist Trent Ford. Trent, La Nina. There's been a lot of conversation out there that La Nina trend might be ending and we're coming into an El Nino. What does all of that mean?
La Nina and El Nino are two phases of something that's called the El Nino Southern Oscillation, or ENSO for short. So what happens is that in different phases, El Nino and La Nina, we get different patterns of sea surface temperatures in the Pacific that then translate to the atmosphere. Changes in the jet stream, changes in global patterns of atmospheric circulation, which make it so that something that's going on over off the north coast of Australia or in Tahiti, for example, in the South Pacific, can actually affect climate here in the Midwest. And really, what ENSO represents, both El Nino and La Nina, is one of the largest forms of climate variability on 3 to 7 year timescales. ENSO really matters a lot when it comes to how we think about outlooks for the next coming winter or so. Been in a La Nina pattern each of the last 3 winters. So it's called a triple dip La Nina, which is fairly rare. I think the last time we were in there was the 1950s. La Nina winters tend to be a little bit colder and quite a bit wetter, especially in the southern part of the state, is because ENSO is just one form of variability. But there's things going on in the Arctic, there's things going on right here, there's things going on in the Pacific Northwest. All of these things are affecting our climate. This year, La Nina sort of played the type. La Ninas tend to be a bit drier this part of the country in the fall, and then, like I mentioned, wetter in the winter. And that's exactly what we saw. And then really right around the middle part of December, we flipped the switch. And especially since the beginning of the new year, we've been something like 2 to 6 inches wetter than normal for 2023 so far in this part of the state. And down in southern Illinois, they're close to 8 to 10 inches wetter than normal. Models are beginning to pick up indications that we may swing into the El Nino, maybe into the fall and winter. And as I mentioned, that's really when either La Nina or El Nino have their biggest impact. These are two phases of a pattern that can influence our climate. It's a major mode of variability. So it's just one tool in our pocket to say, okay, we may be thinking about this kind of pattern being there, but we also have to pay attention to lots of other things that are going on.
Awesome. Trent, thank you so much for being with us and sharing with us valuable weather information. Remember who butters your bread and thank a farmer. I'm Sarah Michaels.